Everyone, so the Los Angeles Lakers took Jalen Hood Schifino with the 17th pick. And so far in Summer League, he has shown a lot of great flashes and the things that are the reason why the Lakers took him, right? A 6'6", sizable combo guard that can finish through contact, that can go from point to point, play some solid defense, and kind of be a key cog in the Lakers rotation for the foreseeable future. His three-point shot was a huge issue, but you really saw it kind of come around towards the later half of the Summer League. And of course, as always, these rookies are very raw. They have their goods, they have their bads, but you look for the positive signs, right? Summer League, it's not going to tell you everything about a player, but gives you some good indications of what could potentially come. And he's a guy that was averaging like 15 a game in Summer League, a guy that was able to play both sides of the ball and really make an impact for this roster. It was kind of his show alongside Max Christie. Max Christie was the guy in Summer League until that last game where they just sat him. But beyond Max Christie, Schifino was the other guy, right? He was the guy that was handling the ball a good majority. He was the guy that was making plays for others. He wasn't like a league leader in minutes or anything like that. Actually, Max Christie was fourth in Summer League in league minutes with 32.2. But Jalen Hood Schifino got his, 25 plus minutes. But they also wanted to get looks at other guys and kind of have potential because Jalen Hood Schifino is a guy that's already on the roster, right? The Lakers don't expect him to come in and have a huge impact and do something that is like, hey, we're going to have you play 30 minutes a game. Right, I think he will have moments. I mean, even Darvin Ham said, he's looked like a guy that could come in and contribute now. And that's the idea, right? The Lakers have a really good young core, a really good young roster. And Jalen Hood Schifino is a guy that I think if you gave him 10 minutes, right, he's not going to do anything that's going to drastically mess things up. He's a guy that's going to go in there, he's going to play hard, he's going to play defense, he's going to be able to go coast to coast, he's going to be able to set guys up. Lakers love to run and get out in transition. This is a guy that can help in that department. If he develops a legitimate, consistent three-point shot, Schifino has the potential to be a problem, right? Like, this is a guy that, with good size at a point guard position, can be very impactful. Like people have compared him to, a poor man's Jamal Murray, right? He's more refined than Jamal Murray was originally, and Jamal Murray is the better shooter without a doubt. And I'm not saying that he will develop into Jamal Murray, but it's not like something that's unobtainable. Right? I mean, Jamal Murray is basically a 25-5 guy. I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility to achieve those heights, a sizable guard. Schifino is better defensively and has a lot of the same intangibles, and he's bigger. So if he can evolve and mold into that, Brogdon is probably a better just current just comparison as far as that goes, but there's nothing wrong with aspiring to be a Jamal Murray, like a big size combo guard that could play both positions and be a key component. If the Lakers can turn JHS into anything close to Jamal Murray, then the Lakers got an absolute steal at the draft at 17. And this draft was a very deep draft. And this is a draft where you had several options at 17 that all could have turned out great or could potentially turn out great. Because again, you never really know. Just like you can't put too much into Summer League, you gotta, calm expectations and see what develops. But a lot of Laker fans seem to be upset with the fact that the Lakers drafted JHS as opposed to Cam Whitmore. And look, Cam Whitmore, he has been great in Summer League. The dude's been getting buckets. He's been playing defense. He actually leads Summer League in steals with 3.5 steals a game. This is a guy that has just been balling out, and he's looked really good. He's a guy that's looked like, he can score the basketball. He can be a two-way player, defend. He's got good size at like 6'7". And many people were upset that the Lakers didn't take Whitmore. And reports even came out that the Lakers highly considered taking Whitmore. But there's a lot of questions with his character, a lot of questions with just injuries and stuff like that. And this was a guy that many thought was a top 5 prospect. Going in, people thought hey, Cam Whitmore is going to be, top 5 in this year's draft. He's a lock to potentially be something in the league one day. And he very well might. And in hindsight, the Houston Rockets might have gotten an absolute steal in Whitmore. But again, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You are drafting on several factors. One, need. Two, potential. And then three, fit with the roster, right? And I think Schifino kind of fits a lot of those things for the Lakers. Like when you look at the Lakers roster and you look at what they have a very good young core. And Schifino in 3 years could very well be the starting point guard for the Lakers. And if that's the case, then the Lakers are good. Yes, Cam Whitmore, he may, unless he becomes an absolute, star or superstar or something, if he becomes even, say, a quality player, right? Let's say he's 17 and 5 a game or something like that with 2 steals, right? That's really good. But we don't know what JHS will be. And when you look at the Lakers roster, you got Jared Vanderbilt, very likely not going anywhere anytime soon. He's 24 years old and he's due for a new contract next year. Lakers likely extend him. You got Max Christie. You got Austin Reeves. You got Cam Reddish now, very likely for the long haul. You got Maxwell Lewis. They have plenty out on the perimeter. Now, could the Lakers have taken Whitmore and maybe have gotten somebody else in the second round? Possibly. But I like the JHS draft pick. I think it also plugs a need because I don't think the Lakers are going to keep D'Lo for the long haul. Lakers signed D'Lo on a 1+1, and there are countless reports that the Lakers are considering trading him at the trade deadline. Like they got him as a piece to trade. And even if they don't, let's say they ride out his contract, unless he is just that good to where you have no choice but to play him, and it's he really kind of evolves into an all-star level player, which he's still 26, so he still has time to still grow and get better and develop. It's very likely that he ends up going, and now you have Schifino, who is your starting point guard, right? And then you have, on top of that, you have Austin Reeves as your 2 guard, you have Max Christie, you have Jared Vanderbilt, you have Rui Hachimura, you have Cam Reddish, you have Jackson Hayes. Whitmore is kind of the one guy, where does he fit in? Right? Even if he does become something, is he starting over the Lakers? Or is he starting for the Lakers over Austin Reeves? Is he starting over Jared Vanderbilt or Rui Hachimura? How good does he become? Now, maybe he does. Maybe he becomes, one of the top two-way guys in the league. And in hindsight, it's damn, man, Whitmore would have been nice. But as long as Schifino isn't a scrub, then the Lakers will be fine. And it was the right pick, right? As long as Austin Reeves continues to be the guy that he's playing as, and Jared Vanderbilt or Lewis, I guess you can make the argument Lewis might be the biggest question mark, right? Because if Lewis becomes something, which again, he has shown the potential to be a legit two-way guy. He's put up 20 in a game and has shot the ball well and been a sizable defensive menace and has crazy athleticism. And it is a lot of the things that people like about Whitmore. But if Schifino, because Schifino was the one that got drafted in the place that Cam Whitmore could have been, so it's very likely Laker fans are going to compare the two. I just don't think you can at the moment. Even let's say this year, Whitmore, let's say he starts even. Let's say he's putting up 15, 5, and 5 as a rookie, and Schifino doesn't even really play. You can't compare the two right now, right? Because you don't know what Schifino will evolve into, what it develop to. What if Schifino becomes a top 5 point guard in the league, and he's 28 and 5? Or 20, or I should say 25 and 8, right? And he's killing it. And he's a great defensive guard. Lakers are winning championships with Schifino. And yeah, Cam Whitmore is a great player. Who knows? Cam Whitmore could end up being the number 1 guy in the league at some point. Who knows? We don't know, and that's the point. But what we do know is the Lakers have always seemed to draft very well, have gotten quality players on quality talent, and have really been able to develop guys properly. Our development team, our scouting department are just A1. So why would we doubt that the Lakers made the wrong decision? Especially when we don't have all the answers yet. And I get it. We're a product of the moment, right? We're seeing Whitmore just out there just killing it. But one, it's Summer League. Can he do that in the NBA? And even if he does, like let's say he turns into a 25 point a game guy, legit two-way guy, and he's the Houston Rockets best player. Yeah, it would suck. It's like, yeah, like, we could have had that on the Lakers, but what if Schifino is a 15-5-5 guy? Maxwell Lewis turns into what if he's like a 25-5 guy or something like that? And somebody, and it's the collection. It's like, well, yeah, we could have had Whitmore, but like, where would he have fit? Is he playing over Lewis? No, because Lewis is still really good. Is he playing over Austin Reeves? No, because Austin Reeves is really good and he's, kind of the glue guy. All right. So like, get what I'm saying? Like there's more to it than just like, oh, he looks really good and he's a talent. There have also been countless players. There have been guys that have won Summer League MVP that were out of the league years later. Like it just because you look good in Summer League doesn't mean you're going to be great. And there was a lot of concerns. There's reasons why Cam fell as far as he did. It was, again, his character issues, his off the court issues, and injuries, right? So there's no guarantee with Cam. And who knows? He might end up being a problem for Houston. And then in hindsight, it's like, man, like we could have had that same problem on the Lakers. That's a good thing. We don't know what tomorrow will be for these players, right? Jalen Hood Schifino, for all we know, could end up being the best point guard in the league in 5 years. Who knows? I'm not saying he will, but we don't know. We don't know. We know that he's a 6'6", sizable combo guard that can make plays, has good vision, as we saw in Summer League, can play defense, and finish through contact at the rim. Sounds pretty good to me, especially in a league where, having those, positionless players, having a guy in Schifino that could play 1 through 3 if you need him to because he's 6'6", right, and has a good wingspan and everything like that. Like, that is valuable. That has versatility. It's just, we got to wait to see what the cards look like, right? There's plenty of scenarios where guys drafted. I mean, look at like Jokic's draft. Like, how come it took him in the second round during a Taco Bell commercial or whatever for him to get drafted? Like, you don't know. It's roulette. You're betting on a number and you're hoping it hits, right? And trust that Schifino and the Lakers can do what they got him for. The Lakers had a vision with him. They saw something that they really liked, and they believed in him. And same thing with Maxwell Lewis. The Lakers have done a really good job of finding talent in the draft, in the later parts of the draft. So why would we think that this is the one, that this one is the one that they messed up on, that this is the one miss, right? Like, let's wait and see what the result is. Let's see how it plays out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Do you agree with me, disagree with me, somewhere in between? How do you feel? Love to hear it. Let me know.